I lose your company, therefore forbear a while. There is something tells me, but it is not love. I would not lose you. And you know yourself, hate counsels not in such a quality. But lest you should not understand me well, and yet the maiden hath no tongue but thought, I would detain you here some month or two. I could teach you how to choose right. Oh, but then I am forsworn. So will I ne'er be. So may you miss me. But if you do, you'll make me wish a sin that I had been forsworn. Be shrew your eyes. They have o'erlooked me and divided me. One half of me is yours, the other half yours. Mine own I would say, but if mine, then yours, and so all yours. Oh, these naughty times put bars between the owners and their rights. And so though yours, not yours. Prove it so. Let fortune go to hell for it, not I. I speak too long, but 'tis to peace the time, to ache it and draw it out in length, to stay you from election.
Oh, let me choose, for as I am, I live upon the rack.
Upon the rack, Bassanio. Then confess what treason there is mingled with your love.
None but that ugly treason of mistrust which makes me fear the enjoying of my love. There may as well be amity in life between snow and fire as treason in my love.
Aye, but I fear you speak upon the rack, where men enforced do speak anything.
Promise me life, and I'll confess the truth.
Then confess and live.
Confess in love hath been the very sum of my confession. Oh, happy torment, when my torturer doth teach me the answers for deliverance. But let me to my fortune, and the caskets.
Away then. I am locked in one of them. If you do love me, you will find me out. Nerissa and the rest stand all aloof. Now he goes with no less presence, but with much more love than young Alcides when he did redeem the virgin tribute paid by howling Trojan sea monster. I stand for sacrifice. The rest aloof are the Dardanian wives with bleared visages, come forth to view the issue of the exploit. Go, Hercules, live thou, I live. Oh, with much, much more dismay I view the fight than thou that makes the fray.
So may the outward shows be least themselves. The world is still deceived with ornament. In law, what plea so tainted and corrupt, but being seasoned with a gracious voice, obscures the show of evil? In religion, what damned error but some sober brow will bless it and accept it with a text, hiding the grossness with fair ornament? Look on beauty, and you shall see 'tis purchased by the weight, which therein works a miracle in nature, making them lightest that wear most of it. Thus ornament is but the gilded shore to a most dangerous sea, the beauteous scarf veiling an Indian beauty. In a word, the seeming truth which cunning times put on to entrap the wisest. Therefore then, thou gaudy gold, hard food for Midas, I will none of thee, nor none of thee, thou pale and common dredge between man and man. But thou meager lead, which rather threaten than promise aught, thy paleness moves me more than eloquence. And here choose I, joy be the consequence.
How all other passions lead to err, as rash embraced and doubtful thoughts despair, and shuddering fear, and green-eyed jealousy. Oh, love, be moderate, lay thy ecstasy, in measure reign thy joy. Scant this excess, I feel too much thy blessing, make it less for fear I serve it.
What find I here? Fair what demigod hath come so near creation? Move these eyes, or whether riding on the balls of mine seem they in motion. Here are severed lips parted with sugar breath. So sweet a bar should sunder such sweet friends. Here in her hairs the painter plays a spider, and hath woven a golden mesh to entrap the hearts of men faster than gnats and cobwebs. But her eyes, how could he have seen to do them? Having made one, methinks it should have power to steal both his and leave itself unfurnished. Yet look how far the subject of my praise doth wrong this shadow in underprizing it. So far this shadow doth limp behind the subject. Here's the scroll, the continent and summary of my fortune. You that choose, not by the view, chance as fair and choose as true. Since this fortune falls to you, be content and seek no new. If you be well pleased with this, and hold your fortune for your bliss, turn to where your lady is, and claim her with a loving kiss. A gentle scroll, fair lady, by your leave, I come by note to give and to receive, like one of two contending in a prize, that think he hath done well in people's eyes. Hearing applause and universal shout, giddy in spirit, still gazing in a doubt, whether those peals of praise be his or no. So thrice, fair lady, stand I even so, as doubtful whether what I see be true, until confirmed, signed, ratified by you. You
see me, Lord Bassanio, where I stand, such as I am. Though for myself alone I could not be ambitious in my wish to wish myself much better. Yet for you I would be trebled 20 times myself, 1,000 times more fair, 10,000 times more rich, that only to stand high in your account I might in virtues, beauties, livings, friends, exceed account. But the full sum of me is sum of something, which determined gross is an unlessoned girl, unschooled, unpracticed. Happy in this, she is not yet so old, but she may learn. Happier than this, she is not bred so dull, but she can learn. Happiest of all is that her gentle spirit commits itself to yours, to be directed as from her lord, her governor, her king. Myself, and what is mine to you and yours is now converted. But now I was lord of this fair mansion, master of my servants, queen or myself, and even now, but now, this house, these servants, and this same myself are yours, my lords. I give them with this ring, which when you part from, lose, or give away, let it presage the ruin of your love, and be my vantage to exclaim on you.
Madam, you have bereft me of all words. Only the blood in my veins speaks to you, and there is such confusion in my powers, expressed and not expressed. But when this ring parts from this finger, then parts life from hence. Oh, then be bold to say Bassanio's dead.
My lord and lady, it is now our time that have stood by and come to see our wishes prosper, to cry, good joy, my lord and lady.
My lord Bassanio and my gentle lady, I wish you all the joy that you could wish, for I am sure you could wish none for me. When your honors me to solemnize the bargain of your faith, I do beseech you that even at that time, I may be married too.
With all my heart, so thou canst get married.
I thank your lordship, you've got me one. My eyes, my lord, can look as swift as yours. You saw the mistress, I beheld the maid. You loved, I loved. For intermission no more pertains to me, my lord, than you. Your fortune stood upon the caskets there, and mine did too, as the matter falls. We're wooing here until I sweat again, and swearing until my very roof was dry, with oaths of love at last, if promise last. I got a promise of this fair one here to have her love, provided your fortune achieved her mistress.
Is this true, Nerissa?
Madam, it is. So you stand pleased with all?
And do you, Gratiano, mean good faith?
Yes, faith, my lord.
Our feast shall be much honored in your marriage.
Who comes here? Lorenzo and his infidel? And my old Venetian friend Salario.
Lorenzo and Salario, welcome hither. If that the new youth of my interest here have power to bid you welcome, Portia, by your leave, I bid my very friends and countrymen welcome.
So do I, my lord. They are entirely welcome.
I thank your honor. For my part, my lord, my purpose was not to have seen you here, but in meeting with Salario along the way, he did entreat me, all past saying nay, to come with him along.
I did, my lord, and I had reason for it. Signor Antonio commends him to you.
Ere I open this letter, I pray you tell me how my good friend doth.
Not sick, unless it be in mind, nor well, unless in mind. The letter will show you the value of his estate.
Nerissa, cheer yon stranger. Bid her welcome. Your hand, Salario. What's the news from Venice? How doth that royal merchant get Antonio? I know he will be glad of our success. We are the Jasons! We have won the fleece!
Would you had one fleece that he hath lost?
There are some shrewd contents in yon same paper that steal the color from Bassanio's cheek. Some dear friend dead, else nothing in this world could turn so much the constitution of any constant man. What worse and worse? With leave, Bassanio, I am half yourself, and I must freely have the half of anything that this same paper brings you.
Sweet Portia, here are a few of the unpleasantest words that ever blotted paper. Gentle lady, when I first did impart my love to you, I freely told you that all the wealth I had ran in my veins. I was a gentleman, and I told you true. And yet, dear lady, rating myself at nothing, you shall see how much I was a braggart. When I told you my state was nothing, I should have then told you I was worse than nothing. For indeed, I have engaged myself to a dear friend, engaged my friend to his mere enemy, to feed my means. Here is the paper, lady. The body of my friend, and every word in it a gaping wound issuing lifeblood. But is it true, Salario? Hath all his ventures failed? What? Not one hit? From Tripolis, from Mexico and England, from Lisbon, Barbary and India, and not one vessel escaped the dreadful touch of merchant marrying rocks?
Not one, my lord. And besides, it does appear that if he had the money to discharge the Jew, he would not take it. Never have I known a creature that did bear the shape of man so keen and greedy to confound a man. He plies the Duke at morning and at night, and doth impeach the freedom of the state if they deny him justice. 20 merchants, the Duke himself and Magnificos of great port have all persuaded with him, and none may drive him from the envious plea of forfeiture of justice and his bond.
When I was with him, I have heard him swear to Dougal and to trust his countrymen that he would rather have Antonio's flesh than 20 times the value of the sum that he did owe him. But I know, my lord, if law, authority, and power deny not, it will go hard with poor Antonio.
Is it your dear friend that is thus in trouble?
The dearest friend, the kindest man, the best esteemed and unwearied spirit in doing courtesies, and one in whom the ancient Roman honor more appears than any that draw breath in Italy.
What sum owes he the Jew?
For me, 3,000 ducats.
What? No more? Pay him 6,000, and he face the bond. Double 6,000, and then treble that, before a friend of this description shall lose a hair through Bassanio's shall have gold to pay the petty debt 20 times over. When it is paid, bring your true friend along. My maid, Nerissa, and myself, meantime, will live as maids and widows. Oh, come away, for you shall hence upon your wedding day. Bid your friends welcome, show a merry cheer. Since you are dear bought, I will love you dear. But first, let me hear the letter of your friend.
Sweet Bassanio,
My ships have all miscarried. My creditors grow cruel. My estate is very low. My bond to the Jew is forfeit. And since in paying it, it is impossible I should live. All debts are cleared between us, if I might but see you at my death. Notwithstanding, use your pleasure. If your love do not persuade you to come, let not my letter.
Oh, love, dispatch all business and be gone.
since I have your good leave to go away, I will make haste. But no bed shall e'er be guilty of my stay, nor
Jailer, look to him. Tell not me of mercy. This is the fool that lent out money gratis. Jailer, look to him.
Hear me yet, good Shylock.
I will have my bond. Speak not against my bond. I have sworn an oath to have my bond. Thou callest me dog before thou hast a cause, but since I am a dog, beware my fangs. Douche. Justice. I wonder thou not, ye jailer, that thou art so fond as to come abroad with him at his request.
I pray thee, hear me speak.
I will have my bond. Speak not against my bond. I will have my bond, and therefore speak no more. I'll not be made a soft and dull-eyed fool to shake the head, relent and sigh, and yield to Christian intercessors. Follow not. I'll have no speaking. I will have my bond.
It is the most impenetrable cur that ever kept of men.
Let him alone. I'll follow him no more with bootless cries. He seeks my life. His reason well I know. I oft delivered from his forfeitures many that have at times made moan to me. Therefore he hates me.
Surely the Duke will never grant this forfeiture to hold.
The Duke cannot deny the course of law. Since that the commodity that strangers have with us in Venice, if it be denied, would much impeach the justice of the state. Since that the trade and profit of the city consisteth of all nations. Therefore go. Oh, these griefs and losses have so baited me that I shall hardly spare a pound of flesh tomorrow to my bloody creditor. Well, jailer, on. Pray God Bassanio come to see me pay his debt. And then, I care not.
Madam, although I speak it in your presence, you have a noble and true conceit of godlike amity, which appears most strongly in bearing thus the absence of your lord. If you knew to whom you show this honor, how true a gentleman you sin relief, how dear a lover of my lord your husband, I know you would be prouder of the work than customary bounty can enforce you.
I never did repent for doing good, nor shall not now. For in companions that do converse and waste the time together, whose souls do bear an equal yoke of love, there must be needs a like proportion of lineaments, of manners, and of spirit, which makes me think that this Antonio, being the bosom lover of my lord, must needs be like my lord. If it be so, how little is the cost I have bestowed in purchasing the semblance of my soul from out this state of hellish cruelty. This comes too near the praising of myself, therefore no more of it. Here are the words. Lorenzo, into your hands I commit the husbandry and manage of my house, until my lord's return. For mine own part, I have toward heaven whispered a secret vow to live in prayer and contemplation, only attended by Nerissa here until her husband and my lord's return. There is a monastery 2 miles off, and there we will abide. I do desire you not to deny this imposition, the which my love and some necessity now lay upon you.
Madam, with all my heart, I will obey you in all fair commands.
My people do already know my mind, and will acknowledge you and Jessica in place of Lord Bassanio and myself. So, fare you well till we shall meet again.
Fair thoughts and happy hours attend on you.
I wish your ladyship all heart's content.
I thank you for your wish, and am well pleased to wish it back on you, Jessica. Fare you well. Now, Balthazar, as I have ever found thee honest true, so let me find thee still. Take this same letter, and use thou all the endeavor of a man, and speed to Padua. See thou render this into the hands of my cousin, Dr. Bellario, and see what notes and garments he doth give thee. Bring them, I pray thee, with imagined speed unto the ferry, to the common ferry, which trades to Venice. Waste no time with words, but get thee gone. I shall be there before thee.
Madam, I know how convenient speak.
Come, Nerissa, I have work in hand that you yet know not of. We shall see our husbands before they think of us.
Shall they see us?
They shall, Nerissa, yet in such a habit that they shall think we are accomplished with that we lack. I'll hold thee any wager when we are both accoutred like young men. I'll prove the prettier fellow of the two. And wear my dagger with the braver grace, and speak between the gender man and boy with a reed voice, and utter 2 mincing steps into a manly stride, and tell quaint lies how honorable ladies sought my love, which I, denying them, they fell sick and died, could not do withal. I'll then repent and wish for all that I have not killed them. And 20 of these puny lies I'll tell, that men shall think I have discontinued school above the 12th month. I have within my mind 1,000 raw tricks of these bragging jacks, which I will practice.
Why, shall we turn to men?
Why, what question's that, if thou wert near a lewd interpreter? But come, I'll tell thee all my whole device when we are in my coach, which waits for us at the park gate. Therefore, haste away, for we must measure 20 miles today.
Is Antonio here? Ready, so please your grace. I am sorry for thee. Thou art come to answer a stony adversary. A wretched individual without a dram of mercy, a pity in his heart. I understand your grace hath taken great pains to qualify his rigorous course, but that since he stands obdurate, and that no lawful means can carry me out of his envy's reach, I do oppose my patience to his fury, and am armed to suffer with a quietness of spirit the very tyranny and rage of his.
Go, someone, and call the Jew into the court.
He stands at the door. He comes, my lord.
Make room, have him stand before our face. Shylock. The world thinks, and I think so too, that thou but leadest the fashion of thy malice to the last hour of act. And then thou wilt show thy mercy and remorse more strange than is thy strange apparent cruelty. And where thou now exacts the penalty of the bond, which is a pound of this poor merchant's flesh, thou wilt loose the forfeiture, and, touched with humane gentleness and love, also forgive a moiety of the principal, glancing an eye of pity on his losses, which have so huddled on his back enough to press a royal merchant down and pluck commiseration from stony hearts, brassy bosoms, ruthless Turks and Tartars, never trained in the offices of tender courtesy. We all expect a gentle answer, Jew.
I have possessed your grace of what I purpose. By our holy Sabbath have I sworn to have the due and forfeit of my bond. Tonight, let the danger light on your charter and your city's freedom. You'll ask me why I rather have weight of carrion flesh than receive 3,000 ducats. I'll not answer them. Say it is my humor. Is it answered? What if my house were troubled with a rat, and I be content to pay 10,000 ducats to have it bayed? What? Are you answered yet? Some men there are love not the gaping pig. Others go mad if they see a cat, and others, when the bagpipe sings in the nose, cannot contain their urine. Affection's master off passions, sways it to the mood of what it likes and loathes. Now for your answer. As he cannot abide the gaping pig, as he a harmless necessary cat, as he a willing bagpipe, but of force must yield to his inevitable shame to offend himself being offended. So I can give no firm answer, nor will I, other than a lodged hate and a certain loathing I bear Antonio there. I pursue thus a losing suit against him. Are you answered?
This is no answer, thou unfeeling man, to excuse the current of thy cruelty.
I am not bound to please thee with mine answers.
Do all men kill the things they do not love?
Hates any man the thing he would not kill.
Every offense is not a hate at first.
What? Wouldst thou have a serpent sting thee twice?
I pray you, I think you question the Jew. You may as well go stand upon the beach and bid the main flood bait his usual height. You may as well use question with the wolf, why he hath made the ewe leap for the lamb. You may as well forbid the mountain pines to wag their high tops and to make no noise when they are fretted with the gusts of heaven. You may as well do anything most hard as seek to soften that of which what's harder is Jewish heart. Therefore I do beseech you, make no more offers, use no farther means, but with all brief and plain conveniency, let me have judgment, and the Jew his will.
For thy 3,000 ducats, here is 6.
Of every ducat, 6,000 ducats were in 6 parts, and each part a ducat. I would not draw them. I would have my bond.
How shalt thou hope for mercy, rendering none?
What judgment should I dread, doing no wrong? You have amongst you many a purchased slave, which you, like your asses and your dogs and mules, you use in abject and slavish parts because you bought them. Should I say to you, let them be free? Why sweat they under burdens? Let them marry your heirs. Let their beds be as soft as yours, and their palates sweetened with such viands. You would answer me, the slaves are ours. So I answer you. The pound of flesh I demand of him is mine. It is dearly bought, and I will have it. If not, then fie upon your law. There is no force in the decrees of Venice. I stand here for judgment. Answer, shall I have it?
By my power, I may dismiss this court, unless a learned doctor, whom I have sent for to decide this, has come here.
With letters from a doctor new come from Padua.
Bring me the letters, and admit the man.
Good cheer, Antonio! What man courage yet? The Jew shall have my flesh, blood, bones, and all, ere thou shalt lose for me one drop of blood.
I'm a tainted wether of the flock, meetest for death. The weakest kind of fruit drops earliest to the ground, and so let me. You cannot be better employed beside me than to live still and write mine epitaph.
Come thou from Padua, from Bellario?
From both, my lord. Bellario greets your grace.
Why dost thou whet thy knife so earnestly?
Cut the forfeit of the bankrupt there.
Not on thy soul, but thy soul, harsh Jew, thou makest thine eye keen. No metal can, no, not the hangman's axe bear, half the keenness of thy sharp envy. Can no prayers pierce thee?
No. None that thou hast wit to make.
Be undamned, inexcusable dog, for thy life let justice be accused. It almost makes me waver in my faith to hold opinion with Pythagoras that the souls of animals infuse themselves in the trunks of men. Thy cursed spirit governed a wolf who hanged for human slaughter, even from the gallows did his fell soul flee, while thou layest in thine hallowed dam infused itself in thee, for thy desires are wolfish, bloody, starved, and ravenous.
Till thou canst rail the seal from off my bond. Thou dost offendest thy lungs to speak so loud. Tear thy whip, or it will fall to cureless ruin. I stand here for law.
This letter doth commend to the court a young doctor sent from Bellario. Has he arrived?
He attendeth here hard by till your answer whether you omit him.
Somebody conduct him courteously to this court. Meantime, the court shall hear Bellario's letter. Your grace shall understand that at the receipt of your letter I am very sick. But in the instant that your messenger came, in loving visitation was with me a young doctor of Rome. His name is Balthazar. I acquainted him with the cause and controversy between the Jew and Antonio the merchant. We turned over many books together. He is furnished with my opinion, which bettered with his own learning, the greatness whereof I cannot enough commend, comes with him at my importunity to fill up your grace's request in my stead. I beseech you let his lack of years be no impediment to him, the lack of reverent estimation, for I never knew so young a body with so old a head. I leave him to your gracious acceptance, whose trial shall better publish his commendation. Hear the words of Bellario. Here, I believe, comes the doctor himself. Come you from Bellario?
I did, my lord.
You are welcome. Take your place. Are you acquainted with the circumstances of this controversy?
I am informed truly of the cause. Which is the merchant here and which the Jew?
Antonio, old Shylock, stand forth.
Is your name Shylock?
Shylock is my name.
Of a strange nature is the suit you follow, yet in such rule that the Venetian law cannot impugn you as you do proceed. You stand within his danger, do you not?
Aye, so he says.
Do you confess the bond?
I do.
Then must the Jew be merciful.
Under what compulsion must I? Tell me that.
The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. 'Tis mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty, wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings. But mercy is above this sceptered sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of kings. It is an attribute to God himself. And earthly power doth then show likest God's, when mercy seasons justice. Therefore, Jew, though justice be thy plea, consider this, that in the course of justice, none of us should see salvation. We do pray for mercy. And that same prayer doth teach us all to render the deeds of mercy. I have spoke thus much to mitigate the justice of thy plea, which, if thou follow, this strict court of Venice must needs give sentence against the merchant there.
My deeds, upon my head. I crave the law, the penalty and forfeit of my bond.
Is he not able to discharge the money?
Yes, here I tender it for him in the court, yea, twice the sum. If that will not suffice, I will be bound to pay it 10 times over, on forfeit of my hands, my head, my heart. If this will not suffice, then it must appear that malice bears down truth. And I beseech you, rest once the law to your authority, to do a great right, do a little wrong, and curb this cruel devil of his will.
Yes, do this.
It must not be. There is no power in Venice can alter a decree establish it. 'Twill be recorded as a precedent, and many an error by the same mistake will rush into the state. It cannot be.
Daniel, come to judgment. Yea, Daniel, a wise young judge, how I do honor you.
I pray you, let me look upon the bond.
It is. Most reverend doctor, here it is.
Shylock, there's thrice thy money offered thee.
I have an oath in heaven. Shall I lay perjury to my soul? No, not for Venice.
Why then, this bond is forfeit. And lawfully, by this, the Jew may claim a pound of flesh to be by him cut off, nearest the merchant's heart.
What?
Be merciful, take thrice thy money, bid he tear the bond.
And it is paid according to the tenor. It doth appear you are a most worthy judge. You know the law. Your exposition has been most sound. I charge you by the law of which you are a well-upstanding pillar. Proceed to judgment. For I swear there is no power in the tongue of man can alter me. I stay upon my bond.
Most heartily I do beseech the court to give the judgment.
Why, then, thus it is. You must prepare your bosom for his knife.
Most noble judge, most excellent young man,
For the intent and purpose of the law hath full relation to the penalty, which here appeareth due upon the bond.
'Tis very true, most upright judge. How much elder art thou than thy looks?
Therefore, lay bare your bosom.
Aye, his breast. So says the bond. Doth it not, most noble judge? Nearest, the heart. Those are the very words.
It is so. Are there ballads here to weigh the flesh?
I have them ready.
Have by some surgeon Shylock on your charge to stop his wounds, lest he do bleed to death.
Is it so nominated in the bond?
It is not so expressed, but what of that? 'Twere good you do so much for charity.
I do not see it. It is not in the bond.
You, merchant, have you anything to say?
But little. I am armed and well prepared. Bassanio, lend me your hand. Grieve not that I am fallen to this for you, for herein fortune shows herself more kind than is the custom. It is still her use to let the wretched man outlive his wealth, and to view with hollowed eye and wrinkled brow an age of poverty, which lingering penance of such misery doth she cut me off. Commend me to your honorable wife. Tell her the process of Antonio's end. Say how I loved you. Speak me fair in death, and when the tale is told, bid her be judge whether Bassanio had once not love. Repent but you that you shall lose your friend, and he repents not that he pays your debt. For if the Jew do but cut deep enough, I'll pay it instantly with all my heart.
Antonio, I am married to a wife, which is as dear to me as life itself. But life itself, my wife, and the whole world are not with me esteemed above thy life. I would lose all, sacrifice them all here to this devil to deliver you.
Your wife would give you little thanks for that if she were by to hear you make the offer.
I have a wife I protest I love. I would she were in heaven so she could entreat some power to change this cursed Jew.
'Tis while you offered behind her back, the wish would else make an unquiet house.
We trifle time. I pray you proceed to sentence.
A pound of that same merchant's flesh is thine. The court awards it, and the law doth give it.
Most upright judge.
And you must cut this flesh from off his breast. The law allows it, and the court awards it.
Most righteous judge.
No!
Learned judge. Sentence. Come. Prepare.
Tarry a little! There is something else. This bond doth give thee here no jot of blood. The words expressly are a pound of flesh. Take then thy bond. Take thou thy pound of flesh, but in the cutting it, if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, thy lands and goods are, by the law of Venice, confiscate unto the state of Venice.
Upright judge, mark you a learned judge.
Is that the law?
Thyself shall see the act. For as thou urgest justice, be assured thou shalt have justice more than thou desirest.
O learned judge, mark you a learned judge.
Take this offer then. Pay the bond price and let the Christian go. Here is the money.
Soft! The Jew shall have all justice. Soft, no haste. He shall have nothing but the penalty.
You an upright judge, a learned judge.
Therefore, prepare thee to cut off the flesh. Shed thou no blood, nor take thou less nor more than just a pound of flesh. If thou takest more or less than a just pound, be it but so much as makes it light or heavy in the substance, or the division of the 20th part of one poor scruple, nay, if the scale do turn in but the estimation of a hair, thou diest, and all thy goods are confiscate.
A second Daniel! A Daniel Jew! Now, infidel, I have you on the head.
Why doth the Jew pause? Take thy forfeiture.
Give me my principal and let me go.
I have it ready for thee. Here it is.
He hath refused it in the open court. He shall have merely justice and his bond.
Shall I not barely have my principal?
Thou shalt have nothing but thy forfeiture, to be so taken at thy peril, Jew.
The devil give him good of it. I'll no longer stay questioned.
Tarry, Jew, the law hath yet another hold on you. It is enacted in the law of Venice, if it be proved against an alien that by direct or indirect attempt he seek the life of any citizen, the party against the which he doth contrive shall seize 1/2 his goods. The other half comes to the privy coffers of the state, and the offender's life lies at the mercy of the Duke only, against all other voice. In which predicament I say thou standst, for it appears by manifest proceeding that indirectly and directly too, thou hast contrived against the very life of the defendant, and hast incurred the danger formerly by me rehearsed. Down, therefore, and beg mercy of the Duke.
Beg that thou mayest have leave to hang thyself, and yet, thy wealth being forfeit to the state, thou hast not met the value of a cord. Therefore, thou must be hung at the state's charge.
That thou may see the difference in our spirits, I pardon thee thy life before thou ask. As for half thy wealth, it is Antonio's. The other half comes to the state coffers, where humility may drive it unto a fine.
Aye, for the state, not for Antonio.
Nay, take my life and all. Pardon not that. Takest my house when you take the prop that does sustain my house. Thou takest my life when you take the means whereby I live.
What mercy can you render him, Antonio?
The halter God is nothing else, for God's sake.
So please, my lord, the Duke and all the court, to quit the fine for 1/2 of his goods I am content. So he will let me have the other half in use, to render it upon his death to the gentleman that lately stole his daughter. 2 things provided more. That for this courtesy he presently become a Christian. The other, that he make a gift here in the court of all he dies possessed to his son Lorenzo and his daughter.
He shall do so, or else I recant the pardon I lately pronounced.
Art thou contented, Jew? What dost thou say?
I am content.
What? Draw the deed of gift.
Pray thee, let me go from hence. I am not well. I have said the deed after and I will sign it.
Get thee gone, but do it.
In christening shalt thou have 2 godfathers. Had I been judge, thou shalt have 10 more, to take thee to the gallows, not to font.
Sir, I entreat you home to dinner with me.
I humbly do desire your grace of pardon. I must away this night toward Padua, and it is meet I presently set forth.
I am sorry your leisure serves you not. Antonio, gratify this gentleman, for in my mind, you are much bound to him.
Most worthy gentlemen, I and my friend have by your wisdom this day been acquitted of grievous penalties. In lieu whereof 3,000 ducats due unto the Jew, we freely cope your courteous pains withal.
And stand indebted over and above in love and service to you evermore.
He is well paid that is well satisfied, and I, delivering you, am satisfied, and therein account myself well paid. My mind was never yet more mercenary. I pray you know me when we meet again. And so I take my leave.
Dear sir, of force, I must attempt you further. Take some remembrance of us as a tribute, not a fee. Grant me 2 things, I pray you, not to deny me and to pardon me.
You press me far, therefore I will yield. Give me your gloves. I'll wear them for your sake, and for your love, I'll take this ring from you. Do not draw back your hand. I'll take no more, and you in love shall not deny me this.
This ring, good sir, alas, it is a trifle. I will not shame myself to give you this.
I'll take nothing else but only this. And now methinks I have a mind to it.
Good sir, there's more depends on this than on the value. The dearest ring in Venice I will give you, and find it out by proclamation. Only for this I pray you pardon me.
I see, sir, you are liberal in offers. You taught me first to beg, and now methinks you teach me how a beggar should be answered.
Good sir, this ring was given me by my wife, and when she put it on, she made me vow that I should neither sell, nor give, nor lose it.
That excuse serves many men to save their gifts. And if your wife be not a mad woman, and know how well I have deserved this ring, she would not hold out enemy forever for giving it to me. Well, peace be with you.
Bassanio, let him have the ring. Let his deservings and my love withal be valued against your wife's commandment.
Go, Gratiano, run and overtake him. Give him the ring, and bring him, if thou canst, unto Antonio's house. Away, make haste! Come, you and I will go presently, and in the morning early we will both fly toward Belmont. Come, Antonio!
Inquire the Jew's house out. Give him this deed, and let him sign it. We will away tonight and be a day before our husband's home. This deed will be well welcome to Lorenzo.
Fair sir, you are well received. My lord Bassanio, upon more advice, has sent you here this ring, and doth entreat your company at dinner.
This cannot be. I accept his ring most thankfully, and so I pray you tell him. Furthermore, I pray you show my youth old Shylock's house.
That will I do.
Sir, I would speak with you. I'll see if I can get my husband's ring, which I did make him swear to keep forever.
Thou mayst, I warrant. We shall have old swearing that they did give the rings away to men. But we'll outface them and outswear them too. Away, make haste. Thou knowst where I will tarry.
Come, good sir, would you show me to this house?
The moon shines bright. Such a night as this, and the sweet wind did gently kiss the trees, and they did make no noise. In such a night, Troilus, methinks, mounted the Trojan walls, and sighed his soul to the Grecian tints, where Cressid lay that night.
In such a night, did Thisbe fearfully overtrip the dew, and saw the no lion's shadow ere himself, and ran dismayed away.
In such a night stood Dido with a willow in her hand upon the wild sea banks, and did waft her love to come again to Carthage.
In such a night, Medea gathered the enchanted herbs that did renew old Aeson.
In such a night did Jessica steal from the wealthy Jew, and with unthrift love did fly from Venice as far as Belmont.
In such a night did young Lorenzo swear he loved her well, stealing her soul with many vows of faith, and never a true one.
In such a night, pretty Jessica, like a little shrew, slander her love. He forgave it her. How sweet the moonlight looks upon this bank. Here, we will sit and let the sound of music creep in our ears. Soft stillness in the night become the touches of sweet harmony. Sit, Jessica. Look how the floor of heaven is thick inlaid with patterns of bright gold. There is not the smallest orb which thou beholdest, but in its motion like an angel sings, still choiring to the young-eyed cherubim. Such harmony is in immortal souls. But whilst this muddy vesture of decay doth grossly close it in, we cannot hear it. Come! Oh, and wake Diana with a hymn. With soft touches, pierce your mistress's ear and draw her home with music.
I am never merry when I hear sweet music.
Reason is your spirits are attentive. For do but note a wild and wanton herd, or a race of youthful and unhandled colts, fetching mad bounds, bellowing and neighing loud, which is the hot condition of their blood. If they but hear, perchance a trumpet sound, or any air of music touches their ears, you shall perceive them make a mutual stand. Their savage eyes turn to a modest gaze in the sweet power of music. Therefore the poet did feign that Orpheus to trees and stones unseen, not so savage, mad, full of rage, but to music for the time doth change his nature. The man that hath no music in himself, or is not moved with concord of sweet sound, is fit for treasons, stratagems, and spoils. The motions of his spirit are as dull as the night, and his affections as dark as arrogance. Let no such man be trusted. Mark the music. That light we see is burning in my hall. How far that little candle throws his beams. So shines a good deed in a naughty world.
When the moon shone, we did not see the candle.
So doth the greater glory dim the less. A substitute shines as brightly as a king until a king be by. Then his state empties itself, as doth an inland brook into the main of waters. Music, hark.
It is your music, madam, of the house.
Oh, nothing is good I see without respect. Methinks it sounds much sweeter than by day.
Silence bestows that virtue on it, madam.
The crow doth sing as sweetly as the lark when neither is attended. And I think if the nightingale should sing by day when every goose is cackling, would be thought no better a musician than the wren. How many things by seasoned are to their right praise and true perfections. Peace. How the moon sleeps with Endymion and would not be awaked.
That is the voice, or I am much deceived, of Portia,
blind man knows the cuckoo by the bad voice.
Dear lady, welcome home.
We have been praying for our husband's welfare, which speed we hope the better for our words. Are they returned?
Madam, they are not yet, but there is come a messenger before to signify their coming.
Nerissa, go inside and give order to my servants that they take no note at all of our being absent hence. Nor you, Lorenzo. Jessica, nor you.
Your husband is at hand. I hear his trumpet. We are no telltales, madam. Fear you not.
Oh, this night, methinks, is but the daylight sick. It is a little paler. 'Tis a day such as the day is when the sun is hid.
We should hold day with the antipodes if you would walk in absence of the sun.
Then let me give light, but let me not be light, for a light wife doth make a heavy husband, and never be Bassanio so for me. But God sort all, you are welcome home, my lord.
Thank you, madam. Give welcome to my friend. This is the man. This is Antonio, to whom I am so infinitely bound.
You should in all sense be much bound to him, for as I hear, he was much bound for you.
No more than I dwell in wisdom.
You are very welcome. It must appear in other ways than words, therefore I scant this breathing courtesy.
By yonder moon, I swear you do me wrong. In faith, I gave it to the judge's clerk. Would he regale that had it for my part, since you take it love so much at heart?
Whoa, ho, already? What's the matter?
It's but a hoop of gold, a paltry ring that she did give me, whose posy was for all the world like cutler's poetry upon a knife. Love me and leave me not.
What taught you of the posy or the value? You did swear to me when I did give it you that you would hold it till your hour of death, that it should lie with you in your grave. Though not for me, but for your vehement oaths. You should have been respected and have kept it. Gave it a judge's clerk? No. God's my judge. The clerk will ne'er wear hair on his face but hat.
You will, and if he lived to be a man.
I, if a woman lived to be a man.
By this hand, I gave it to a youth, a kind of boy, a scrubbed little boy. No higher than myself, the judge's clerk. A prating boy who begged it as a fee. I could not for my heart deny him.
You are to blame. I must be plain with you. To part so slightly with your wife's first gift. Being stuck on with oaths upon your finger, and so riveted in faith unto your flesh. I gave my love a ring and made him swear never to part with it. And here he stands. I dare be sworn for him he would never leave it, nor pluck it from his finger for the wealth that the world masters. In faith, Gratiano, you give your wife to unkind a cause of grief, and towards me I should be mad at it.
My Lord Bassanio gave his ring away. Unto the judge that begged it, and he indeed deserved it too. And the judge, or the boy his clerk, took some pains in writing, begged mine too. And neither man nor master would take aught but the 2 rings.
What ring gave you, my lord? Not that I hope which you received of me.
If I could add a lie unto a fault, I would deny it. But you see my ring finger hath not the ring upon it. It is gone.
Even so void is your false heart of truth. By heaven, I shall ne'er lay in your bed till I see the ring.
Nor I in yours till I again see mine.
Sweet Portia, if you did know to whom I gave the ring, if you did know for whom I gave the ring, and could conceive for what I gave the ring, and how unwillingly I left the ring, when naught would be accepted but the ring, you would abate the strength of your displeasure.
If you knew the virtue of the ring, or half her worthiness that gave the ring, or your own honor to contain the ring, you would not then have parted with the ring. What man is there so much unreasonable. If you had defended it with any term of zeal, wanted the modesty to urge the thing held as a ceremony. Marissa teaches me what to believe. I'll die for it, but some woman had the ring.
No! By my honor, madam, by my soul! No woman had it but a civil doctor, which did refuse 3,000 ducats of me, and begged the ring, the which I did refuse him, and suffered him to go displeased away. Even he, who had held up the very life of my dear friend. What should I say, sweet lady? I was enforced to send the ring after him. I was beset with shame and courtesy. My honor would not so much let ingratitude besmear it. Pardon me, good lady, for by these blessed candles of the night, had you been there, I think you would have begged the ring of me to give the worthy doctor.
Let not that doctor e'er come near my house, since he hath got the ring that I love, and that which you did swear to keep for me. I will become as liberal as you. I'll not deny him anything. No, not my body, nor my husband's bed. I'll know him, of that I am sure. Lie not a night from home. Watch me like Argus. If you do not, if I be left alone, now, by mine honor, which is yet mine own, I'll have that doctor for my bedfellow.
Oh!
And I, his clerk. Therefore, be well advised how you do leave me to mine own protection.
Well, do you so? Let me not catch him then, for if I do, I'm going to mar the young clerk's pen.
I am the unhappy subject of these quarrels.
Grieve so not you. You are welcome notwithstanding.
Forgive me this enforced wrong, and in the hearing of these many friends, I swear to thee, even by thine own fair eyes, wherein now I see myself.
Mark you at that. In both my eyes, he doubly sees himself. In each eye, one. Swear then by your double self, and there's an oath of credit.
Nay, but hear me. Forgive this fault, and I swear by my soul I never more will break an oath with thee.
I once did lend my body for his wealth, which but for him that had your husband's ring had quite miscarried. I dare be bound again, my soul upon the forfeit, that your Lord shall never more break faith advisedly.
Then you shall be his surety. Give him this. And bid he keep it better than the other.
Lord Bassanio, I pray you, swear that you'll keep this ring. By heaven! It is the same I gave the doctor!
I had it of him. By this ring, Bassanio, the doctor lay with me.
And pardon me, my gentle Gratiano, for that same scrubby boy, the doctor's clerk, in lieu of this last night, did lie with me.
Why? This is like the mending of highways in summer when the ways are fair enough. What? Are we cuckolds ere we deserve it?
Speak not so grossly. You are all amazed. Here is a letter. Read it at your leisure. It comes from Padua, from Bellario. There you shall find Portia was the doctor, Marissa there her clerk. Lorenzo here shall witness. I set forth as soon as you, and even but now returned. I have not yet entered my house. Antonio, you are welcome. imagine. Unseal this letter soon. There you shall find 3 of your argosies are richly come to harbor suddenly. You shall not know by what strange accident I chanced it on this letter.
I am dumb.
Were you the doctor and I knew you not?
Were you the clerk that was to make me cuckold?
But the clerk that never means to do it unless he live until he be a man.
Sweet doctor, you shall be my bedfellow. When I am absent, then lie with my wife.
Sweet lady, you have given me life and living. For here I read for certain that all my ships have come to Rome.
How now, Lorenzo? My clerk hath some good comforts too for you.
Aye, and I'll give it him without a fee. There do I give to you and Jessica from the rich Jew a special deed of gift, after his death, of all he dies possessed of.
Fair ladies, you drop manna in the way of starving people.
It is almost morning, and yet I am sure you are not satisfied of these events in full. Let us go in and charge us there upon interrogatories, and we will answer all things faithfully.
Let it be so. The first interrogatory that my Narissa shall be sworn on is whether until the next night she'd rather stay, or go to bed now, being 2 hours today. But were the day come, I'd wish it dark, until I was couching with the judge's clerk. As long as I live, I'll fear no other thing so sore as keeping safe Narissa's ring.